we add another 8.1, or you can do 8.1 times 2. Add another 8.1, or do times 3. And then there is a tick mark up here that we can go ahead and fill in. That would be 40.5. Kind of the same thing with 8.8 over here. And it divides decently down to 2.2, 4.4, 6.6. But guys, over here, mixed numbers are actually more accurate, or you could have even used the improper fraction. So this could have been 10 thirds. This one could have been 20 thirds. And then what is 30 thirds? 30 thirds would be 10. But if you tried to use the decimals, they were repeating decimals, so we would have been using that repeating bar. Any other questions from that assignment? If you do not have 2, what are we doing today? 3? Yeah, if you don't have 2, 2, 3 or our win a row paper, go ahead and grab that. So 2, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, my bad. Alex?
On question 39B, how does it go from 8 to 66 and then 44?
So wait, 39B? Yeah. So we took, and this is why you can go on Schoology and check with my answer key, is I write little notes about how I did it. So we take the distance they tell us for the total, from start to finish, and divide that by how many jumps it takes to get there. So I actually have my jumps numbered out, that there are 4 jumps there. Sorry, get some actual light on there. So took the 32.4, divided by 4, because the 4 jumps to get up there. That got us 8.1 per jump, and then we can really just keep adding 8.1 to each number. Does that make sense? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I heard what you were setting up back there. It's like the big, when you're going to do a big unveil. All right, so big unveil is going to be our new game that we get to play today. So if you don't have the resource page, get it.
Can you put 2.2.1 away?
Yeah, you can put 2.2.1 away. No, because we're going to do that today. It is today's lesson.
There. Oh, yeah.
So remember, your binder organization is up to you right now, but we never really trust papers in the pocket because they can fall out. So I agree that you could put it in the front of your binder so it's kind of in your face, but I would still avoid the pocket if possible.
The only thing I have in my pocket is the practice effort / goal form.
I don't have anything in my pocket.
No.
Except for wins.
I've got my
What do I got?
So, Addie.
I'm probably not going to be able to finish the examples from class after at 3:30.
That's okay. Also, I'm recording. It'll be uploaded before you even get back to school. So if you want to just go watch the videos, that's fine. But if examples from class aren't done on your homework, does that affect your homework grade? No. Addie, you're being harder on yourself than I am. You're making up rules that I don't have. The examples from class part does not impact your homework grade. Just what falls under the this is practice work. Is that clear? Is that clear? Can you please stop making my class more intense than it is? Right? I'm trying to make it chill in here. You're making up rules in your head that are stressing you out. Don't stress out. It's just math. I know I'm saying the J word. It's just math. If you're still doing your homework, please put it away. So you have in front of you a bag of, they're called tiles, but I feel like there's a better name. Go ahead and grab a small handful and place them in front of you, guys. Small, trust me. This is like the Skittle activity that we did in advisory the other day. You don't want to take a ton of these. Trust me, maybe.
Oh, do you have some?
What do these look like? Yeah. They look like pluses and minuses,
Or how's another way that we could say pluses and minuses?
Addition, subtraction,
What's another way we could say that?
adding, positive and negative.
Positive and negative. So if, hey, hold up.
Interruption. Would Addison Chan please report to the main
Bye,
office?
Addie.
Addison Chan to the main office, please.
So if I group together, so guys, go ahead and group together all your plus signs.
Okay. We're taking them all out.
And you can group, not all, I said small handful, right? So here's my small handful. I'm going to group them like 5 at a time to kind of make my life easier.
Should I grab mine? I didn't get any minuses. You got a lot of pluses.
If you don't have any minuses, grab some more.
This is my small hand.
Oh my god. Can we put some pluses?
Sure, yeah. If you realize now that you have more tiles than what you want, you may put some back.
How much should you at least have for each?
I mean, some.
I have like
All right, let me go ahead and tell you the next thing you're going to do with these, and then, like, maybe it'll make more sense. Okay, so good luck, Abby. I had braces. I still have a retainer. Good luck. I, on my table, have how many pluses? How many positives? 13. Right, I got 13 up here. How many negatives do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so if I want to write down what I have, because we're going to figure out who has more, what I would be writing down is I have 13 positives.
Oh.
And, guys, right, we're going to use addition. But how many negatives did I have?
7.
7. Now, wait. What happens if I put a positive and a negative together?
They become 0.
Well, yeah, so
They cancel each other out.
it's funny that Christian said nothing happens because that is what we get, right? A positive and a negative paired up make nothing. So I love how you said that is nothing happens. Well, yeah, it makes nothing. So, guys, if I write down 13 plus negative 7, but then I come do this as many times as I can, well, what do I have left now? Margot? And that is really the value of my set. So I'm going to write down I actually have 6.
Where's that girl on?
I cut it out of the presentation thing because, and actually it would have been over here because it was anywhere.
closing her eyes and digging into the back. It's not that important.
Yeah, if you can't see in the bag, I don't know why you have to close your eyes, but whatever. All right, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I should see it on your paper as I walk around, right? Because your paper has the who has more section. Write what you got on your paper, like it's got the directions, and then talk with your teammate who has more.
I purposely got the same amount of. Wait, we have to do ours, right?
Did you write it down over
What did
here?
I say? Oh, okay.
So guys, this is my bad. This is on today's paper, not the resource page. You don't know what that is yet. That's our game we're gonna play in a couple minutes.
Oh, cool.
So is it? Can I write it right there?
Yep. So here's the directions, right? Write what you have on your paper. So guys,
This paper.
so make sure we're actually doing what we're supposed to do. Not gonna make a sweet design, but that is a sweet design. You know mathematically what that's called? Starts with a T. Do you remember what it is? Tessellation.
Oh,
So when something is copied over and over and over again to make a design, it's called a tessellation, not a Tesla. That's where it was meant to go. Oh my god. So, it's a positives and
I hate
negatives,
negatives.
right? Because then, if you're not sitting as a pair, we're gonna need to be in pairs. So actually, everyone's good except for Rob. Are you gonna join Christian? And then one of you guys should come over and join Lindy when we get to the next thing. So just FYI. All right. So guys, who has ever watched a superhero movie? Right? Let's not talk about what happens in Endgame or any of those, but so when I think about positives and negatives, I think about good guys and bad guys. Right? Because Marvel movies, and sure we can talk about DC too, but Marvel movies just have that stuff in our head. So when I look at this, I think about a good guy with the strength of 13, right? Because he is, now, hold on. I got like 5 side conversations, and either what this means is I just have to straight up teach how they want me to, or you guys need to control yourselves better. You tell me what needs to happen. I can teach lame and just do what they tell me to do, or I can teach you guys the way I want to. Maddie?
With the
Good guys, bad guys?
no, I can't think of the word, which is really weird.
Positive,
because it's been
negative,
in math.
superhero, integer, some,
Numbers,
difference,
numbers, like
opposites,
you know, when you like do stuff when you
Addition,
add it.
subtraction.
some,
What is that called?
Some?
What do you do?
arithmetic,
Like
Like
equation.
equation.
Okay.
equation.
Everyone just
Okay.
cutting up random words. Yeah, who's just like, I don't know.
This I need to get my math vocab wall up. Is actually what you're telling me. But okay, go ahead.
So, I don't know if you guys did this past this kind of reminds me of the algebraic expression math.
That's we're headed towards that. Yep, we're headed towards that. So this positive 13 and negative 7, like who wins, the good guy or the bad guy?
Good guy.
The good guy, right? Because he's stronger. So guys, one year we tried to make a good guy, bad guy of like who's stronger than who, and it got really like we fought. Like we got in a big argument. So we're not gonna say like which one's Thor, which one's Thanos, we're not gonna do that. But in your head you can.
Hey, look, it's not.
So hey, real quick, what I need you to write down somewhere is what if we imagine is there a superhero that like has an opposite? Is there anyone that like has Alex?
Superman has an opposite, and it's literally like.
Who's Thor's opposite?
Loki.
Yeah, right. So what number would you maybe give for Thor? A 10? Yeah, okay, so if Thor is a 10 and he goes to fight with Loki, now really we know most of the time they have Thor win because we like to have the good guys win, but if they're actually equally matched and they fight, who wins? Nobody.
They either both die or like they're
This-
both tired of fighting. They
Loki
both
likes to
die.
come back
Hey
to
guys, you're proving to me I can't let your imagination go because you can't control yourself. This is what we call, and what I need you to write down on your paper, 0 pairs. Anytime we can match up a positive with a negative, so anytime we can match a positive, like some number, right, positive number, with its negative number, like the opposite of it, it makes 0. Right? Sorry, the hashtag, that's the number symbol, really. So, we could also write this like x and negative x. Right? Because that's the best way to write an algebraic equation to show that any number plus its opposite makes 0. Cool? You guys ready to play a game?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is win a row. And I think what might work is if Miss Martin and I try to play around and we can compete against each other. So do you want to be positive or negative, Miss Martin? Actually, so this is how the game starts. You know, I'll play rock, paper, scissors. Alright, on shoot, right? You say rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You throw on shoot, alright? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Alright, so I'm player 1 because I won.
Oh
Hey,
no!
if you're not listening, listen. 'Cause I'm not going to repeat these directions. I'm getting tired of wasting time repeating directions to people. Player 1 is positive. I have the numbers 1 through 8 available to me. I'm going to pick a number, pick a spot, and place it on my... It doesn't matter where, so I don't know. I'm just going to place 1 first, I guess. I'm going to cross it off. So now Miss Martin gets to place a negative number wherever she wants. But you might want to know what the goal is before you place your numbers. Right? So if you look on your paper at the directions, at the end... Alex, you with me? Just checking because you're on the outskirts of the class. At the end, you're going to total up across every row. You're going to total down every column. And if you end up with a negative number, that is a point for player 2. If you end up with a positive number, that is a point for player 1. Does that make sense? But you gotta place all of your numbers. Now that I've placed one, it's gone. I can't place it again. Right? So now it's Miss Martin's turn to strategize. Does she want to go on the same column and try to be bigger than me, or does she want to go in a different column or row and start claiming it? So up to you, Miss Martin. So actually, we should probably make it red to make life a little bit easier. So now she used her -5, so that's gone. Is this making a little bit of sense? So if I place my +5 here, I'm still winning this row, but I cancel out her -5, right? And now we're kind of tied on that row. Remember, columns hold up buildings. Rows go across. You guys think you got the game figured out? So we'll keep playing up here, but you guys can go ahead and dive in. So somebody from this group should probably come over and play against Lindy. You have 3 of these game boards. There's one on the front, and there's 2 more on the back. You can play 3 times. Call me over if you have a discrepancy.
Okay.
Ooh, -6. So I can claim this row, or I can just let it go. I don't want to claim it.
Yeah, I am positive.
All right, so we know there we're going to get +2. I'm going to claim that.
So,
You can choose any number you want, put it anywhere you want.
are we just playing online, or like, I write down something?
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't think this through. You could actually play 6 times, since you each have one. So you're playing on one person's paper. You're playing on one person's paper.
Okay.
So you're only playing on one paper. Just on one paper. So if you put your +8, cross it out, and now he puts a negative number somewhere, and you're not going to total things up until the end. But so look at my column there. I won that column, because when I total those numbers, it's a +2. Miss Martin is winning that row, because she has that -3 there, so unless I put my +4, so if I put my +4 out there, then hey, look back up here. This is the time when you started to place a couple numbers, and now you're like, wait, what? So, I won this column, because because the column's full, we can't do anything else in that column, and when we total it up, it ends up +2. So I get a point for that column. Miss Martin just placed her -3, making her winning this row right now. But what could I place here if I want to win this row? If I put a 3 there, it's going to balance and it's going to be 0 and nobody wins. Do I have my 4 available?
Yes.
So I have my 4 still. I'm going to put it here, and then our total would be +1, and I win that row. Does that make sense? You can win columns or rows. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So I've won a column and I've won a row. Right? I've won twice. Yeah, Miss Martin forgot to cross out her -3. You have enough numbers. Yeah, you'll have enough. Each of you has 8.
Alrighty, my turn, and I'm gonna win this round.
You got enough.
And also next time I'm not calculating it for you, so.
Guys, you are working collaboratively right now, so if you're talk about what it adds up to currently, talk it through.
I'm gonna save my big numbers for later.
When you already used your 5.
There's a strategy.
I don't really care about you too.
Well, it's done, so we total it up. The 4 and the 1 are 5. So the -5 of those 5 cancel, so then this comes out to be +2, right? So whoever's positive wins that.
Yep, so who won that one?
And I think
You won that row?
depends, a negative
You're not allowed to
will
use
cancel a
calculator.
positive. Well, where are you talking about putting what?
Yeah, so this right now is at positive 2. But there are still 2 boxes. Yeah, positive is winning. Where's positive is winning?
Oh, wait.
You guys have the same numbers to work with. It comes down to strategy.
Wait, so if it's a negative number, do I win? And if it's a positive, negative?
Whoever's playing positives, they get points for positive. Whoever's playing negatives, they get points for the negative.
Yes, you could have. I'm waiting for you to win that round. I don't want to
I can come help with scoring too.
You guys probably aren't done yet. So this row is done. So are these both positives? So how many, what's that add up to? 7. What are these adding up to? So negative 4, right? What's 7 and a negative 4? 3, right? So positive 3, so the positive person gets a point for that row. Does that make sense? Yeah, so you can put the sum out there, like a positive 3. And then we'll go back and do points here at like the end of the round. But now the drawback from what Nate did is hit positive 60. You still got some big negatives. So like, could you win this column? Could you win both of these columns? Like, see what you can make happen.
But I still have this roll left.
I love that people grab
Wait, how can you
highlighters for
have
their
more
positives
than
and negatives. Stop.
Snap first time you see it.
You were supposed to do. So this is what you've been asked to do. I shouldn't have to.
You use negative 3 times, so you can't do that.
Oh.
You need help. Okay, who's playing? Well, for this column, but you have the whole board to fill. So he won up points. He didn't win the game. He won up points. So whose turn? It's negative's turn. Right? Who's negative? Okay, so we place one of the numbers we still have in one of these boxes. So you are for sure going to win here. Because right now this is positive 8. No matter what he puts in.
I win!
Whoever wins this last one, you win. Oh wait, no, we're tied. If I win this.
So if I was you,
Oh,
I would either leave that box empty and let Alex play, or put a throwaway
What is something here?
column, but that's up to you.
No way!
So whatever you're doing, you gotta just make a decision to go with it. But there's no pressure on this. It doesn't matter who wins.
Oh, wait.
If you need help figuring out what you're at right now, what do you have at your desk that you could use to help you?
Calculator.
Calculator or the algebra tiles?
But I thought we could have used our calculator.
Yeah, so no calculator.
Yeah, it says no. So that's why I was going to try to push us towards use your algebra tiles. But, I mean, she went ahead and said calculator, and I'm pretty pro calculator.
Let me do 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna calculate it. 14. Yeah, that would be much easier. It's fine now. It's fine.
Wait a minute.
I'm just gonna win.
Oh, yeah, so here.
8. Eight is the only one I have left too. Wait. My 8 doesn't cancel out all these. Please don't. You know what? Next time I'm gonna win. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Oh. He said
All right. Take like one more minute. Try to finish up the one that you're on, because then we got to take a little bit more notes. We can't just play games the whole time. So take one more minute. Try to finish up this game. Call us over if you need help totaling your columns or your rows.
Can we put our face away?
I mean, for now, but we're actually about to build.
Oh, wait,
some
0.
examples of what we
That means
have.
no one won.
You want to keep out like 10 of each.
Wait, that's a positive number?
No, it's
Yes, it does.
Zero is not a positive number. It's not a negative or positive.
You are correct. 0 is neither positive
So no one
or
won that
negative.
round.
Everybody pull out 8 negatives. Everybody pull out 8 negatives.
I'm promised.
I mean, sure, you guys can do it. Even though I'm giving you other directions, doesn't mean people always follow them. Like, I appreciate you asking, but you know the answer is, yeah, you can finish up real quick.
I'm gonna win next round.
On your paper. On your paper. On your paper. Misk, Ivan, people way over there. On your paper, we're going to fill in some sums to practice this. And if we need to use some algebra tiles to help us, we can. So, hey, stop talking for like 20 seconds, and then I'll give you more time. And if you want to try to keep playing your game, you can. And you can be all sneaky, but I'm going to ask you to do something different. At least let me ask you to do it, even if you're going to ignore me. Thanks. We're going to lay out tiles to represent what we have on our paper. So if I lay out -8 and +2, how many 0 pairs could I make? 2, right? Because these make a 0 pair and these make a 0 pair. Or I could think to myself, if there's a bad guy 8 and a good guy 2, who wins and by how much? Who wins? Good guy, bad guy? Bad guy by how much? 6. So on our paper, what we're going to write down is that this equals -6. So I should see you working on this as I come around. If you're sneakily trying to win a row, I'm not surprised, but I am sad. So talk with each other. If a bad guy and a bad guy team up, or like if a bad guy and a bad guy are hanging out in the same place, are they going to fight or are they going to get along? They're going to get along. They're probably going to team up, and they're probably going to, go do some shenanigans. We are on 223. The lesson of the day is kind of the worksheet that we keep out the whole time, right? So we said this is -6. I'm running out of time quick. I should get some cards. Cards. Isn't it tonight the 8th grade Cards vs. Wolves? I thought it was Thursday, or maybe I just read it wrong. Maybe it was last night. Lindy, if -5 and -3 are hanging out together, what do they make? If -3, yeah, -8. Hey guys, we're doing these together, right? These are on your paper. Missed. That's funny because you guys are sitting next to each other. Missed. If a +2 and a -4 come together, what do we get? Do they fight or get along? Who wins? Yeah, the 4 wins by how much? Or the negative wins, we should say, the negative wins by 2. Gabe, what about a -7 hanging out with a -7? Do they fight or get along?
They get along.
They get along. They go the same direction. They end up -14 because they get along. Be careful, guys. I heard a couple people say 0. This is a negative and another negative. A bad guy and another bad guy. They make a bigger bad guy. Kind of if your brain is like mine, maybe think of Transformers and like they can come together and like join up. And like, I don't know. Ivan, what about the next one? We got -4 and -4 and negative wins by how much? 1. Raphael, what about? Oh, now we got 3 people hanging out. What? So if we've got a bad guy, a good guy, and another bad guy, and I don't know if you ever watched old Spider-Man where they're all just kind of like dancing around the room. What do you think the bad guys like? What might happen first? We've got 2 bad guys and 1 good guy.
Well, even the bad guys fuse don't look careful enough to take out the good guys.
So even if the bad guys, and I don't know if you said fuse or if I just heard this, if the bad guys team up, how much bad guy do they have? -6. -6 plus 8, well, with 8. And Ross said, like, well, still, even teamed up, can they beat the bad guy? No. So positive wins by 2. Right? Go ahead and do the last 2 on your own, real quick.
The last 2.
What could we do in G, Jana? What could we do in G to make our life easier?
We can just add up the 5 and the 3.
We could, but there's actually something else we could do to make things even easier. Destiny?
You could add the -3 and the +3.
Guys, I should find this clip. There's an old, like, the animated Spider-Man, where there's, like, Spider-Man, and then there's, like, a fake Spider-Man, and he's actually a bad guy. And, like, so a -3 and a +3, they cancel each other out. And we just end up with +5, because we still have +5, right? Careful if you're saying we have 0. We still have the good guy, 5 left over.
You mean when there were like 3 Spider-Men standing around pointing at
Yeah, and it's like, who's the real? Yeah, one of those. The standoff, right? I think it's called like some sort of standoff. Wait, so -6, +6? 0, and we will do more of this tomorrow. Have a great day.
Yeah. Have a great day at this place.
Looks like
Do I add up the sum of like the green because the green is the winner? Or the sum
If you have more, if it's 5 to 3, yeah, you won. Green won.
So, but do I add up the sum of the green? Or
No, so you get a point for that one, a point for that one, a point. I don't know what that's doing there. We'll come back to it tomorrow. Like I don't know if we got far enough in the instructions.
Do we need this to eat?